Your brain isn't fixed. Neuroscience proved it decades ago. But here's what most people miss. Knowing your brain can change and actually rewiring it are two completely different things. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact science-backed method that rewires your brain in 90 days. Not motivation speeches, not willpower hacks. The actual behavioral psychology that restructures your brain's neural pathways. Let's go. Think about the last time you tried to change something about yourself. Maybe you wanted to exercise more, or stop scrolling, or finally read that book. You probably started strong and then hit a wall around week 3. And you probably blamed yourself for not having enough willpower. But that's not what happened. You didn't fail because you're weak. You failed because you were fighting a biological system that wasn't designed to change on willpower alone. Here's the reality. In 90 days, using the right behavioral techniques, your brain physically rewires itself. Not metaphorically. Your neural pathways strengthen around the new behavior. The old ones weaken, and the new behavior becomes automatic. You stop forcing change and start living it. Let's ground this in science. Carol Dweck at Stanford spent decades studying brain change. She proved neuroplasticity is real. Your brain isn't fixed, it's biological, which means it responds to inputs. B.F. Skinner showed us that behavior is shaped by consequences. Every time you repeat an action followed by a reward, your brain strengthens that neural pathway. Repeat it enough, about 90 days, and the pathway becomes automatic. You don't need motivation to do what's automatic. You just do it. The rest of this video is 3 specific behavioral techniques backed by decades of research. Techniques that actually work. Part A, how your brain rewires. Your brain is made of neurons connected by synapses. Every time you do something, you activate a neural pathway. Repeat it, and the connection strengthens. Stop using it, and it weakens. Edward Thorndike called this the law of effect. Behaviors followed by positive consequences happen again. Here's what changes everything. You can build new pathways faster than you think. Every time you repeat a new behavior, new neural connections form. Weak at first, but after weeks of repetition, they strengthen. The old pathways lose activation. They weaken. After 90 days of consistent repetition, your brain has a new default. The behavior that felt impossible in week 1 is now automatic. Part B, why 90 days specifically? Here's what happens at each stage. Days 1 to 30, the willpower phase. You're conscious of every step. Your brain is running the old pathway by default. The new one requires active effort. You'll feel fatigued. You might slip back. That's normal. Beneath the surface, new neural pathways are forming. Days 30 to 60, the automation phase. By week 5 or 6, something shifts. The behavior feels easier. Your brain isn't working as hard. The new pathway is getting stronger. James Clear studied habit formation and found that 1% daily improvement compounded over 90 days equals 37 times better. That's not hype. That's math. In this phase, you start wanting to do the new behavior. Not because you're forcing yourself, because your reward system is associating it with positive consequences. Days 60 to 90, the neural rewiring phase. By day 60, the old pathway has been inactive for 2 months. Use it or lose it. The old pathway is weakening. The new one is becoming dominant. This is when the magic happens. The behavior becomes automatic. Your brain doesn't have to think. It just does. This is what neuroplasticity actually delivers. Part C, the behavioral psychology foundation. Here's what most people get wrong about changing their brain. They think it's about motivation. It's not. Most people who fail at behavior change have plenty of motivation. They fail because they're relying on willpower to override a system that wasn't designed for that. Albert Bandura proved that small wins build confidence, which drives bigger changes. It's not about grand motivation. It's about tiny victories that accumulate. But here's the deeper truth. Behavior change isn't about willpower. It's about system design. Ivan Pavlov showed that environmental triggers automatically prompt behaviors. A bell rings, the dog salivates. You're not different. You walk in your bedroom, your brain triggers sleep. You sit at your desk, your brain triggers focus. Or, if your phone is on your desk, it triggers distraction. You don't change behavior through willpower. You change it through environment. Technique 1. The trigger behavior reward loop. Every behavior has 3 parts. A trigger that starts it, the behavior itself, and a reward that reinforces it. Create the loop deliberately, and your brain will automate it. Let's say you want to meditate every morning. The trigger is something that already exists in your routine. Your coffee maker beeping. The behavior is what you're establishing. 5 minutes of meditation. The reward is immediate. The calm feeling plus your morning coffee. Here's what happens. Days 1 to 30, you're conscious of this loop. Coffee beeper meditate reward. You're working. Days 30 to 60, your brain starts noticing the pattern. Coffee beeper automatically triggers meditation. It's becoming a single neurological unit. Days 60 to 90, you don't even think about it. The coffee maker is so strongly linked to meditation that one triggers the other automatically. Your brain has rewired. Meditation is automatic. Implementation. Stack the new behavior onto a trigger that already exists. Don't create new triggers. Use what's already there. Technique 2. Progressive overload. Bandura's research shows that small wins create momentum. Here's how you engineer those wins. Start with a version of the behavior so small, it's almost impossible to fail. Let's say you want to build a reading habit. Reading 50 pages sounds overwhelming if you don't currently read. Days 1 to 15, read 1 page per day. Trivial, but you're winning. Every single day. Days 15 to 30, increase to 5 pages per day. Still manageable. Still a win. But harder. Days 30 to 60, jump to 20 pages per day. Now you're progressing through books. Days 60 to 90, you're reading full chapters. The behavior is automatic. Your brain has learned. Reading equals progress. Reading equals reward. By day 90, you genuinely want to read. Key principle. Every 2 weeks, increase difficulty slightly. Not dramatically, just enough to feel like a new win. Technique 3. Environmental design. Pavlov proved that environmental cues trigger automatic behaviors. Design your environment instead of fighting it. Example 1. Reducing phone addiction. Days 1 to 15. Keep your phone across the room while you work. Friction is added. Days 15 to 30. Phone in another room. More friction. Your brain associates your workspace with phone absence. Days 30 to 90. Phone lives in your car. Your desk is phone-free. By day 90, your brain has formed a new association. Work desk equals focus automatically. Example 2. Building an exercise habit. Days 1 to 15. Lay out gym clothes the night before. This removes the morning decision friction. Days 15 to 30. Pre-pack your gym bag. Gym bag is by the door. Gym is the easiest option. Days 30 to 90. Gym is on your way home, or you join a buddy. The environment pulls you toward exercise. By day 90, going to the gym isn't a choice. It's automatic. Your environment has made it inevitable. Your brain has rewired to run that pathway. Here's how to actually execute this. Pick one behavior. That's the entire game. Weeks 1 to 2. Setup. Choose your behavior. Be specific. Not exercise more. Say, I will do 15 minutes of yoga every morning. Design your trigger behavior reward loop. What existing trigger will you stack this onto? What's your immediate reward? Design your environment. What friction are you removing? What friction are you adding? Start small. What's the smallest possible version of this behavior? Write it down. Weeks 3 to 4, awareness phase. Execute the behavior daily. You're conscious of every step. You're probably tired. This is normal. Track only. Don't judge. If you miss a day, restart the next day. Consistency matters more than perfection. Weeks 5 to 8, momentum phase. The behavior feels easier. Your brain is noticing the pattern. The trigger is becoming linked to the behavior. You might start wanting to do it. Keep progressive overload moving. Every 2 weeks, increase difficulty. Weeks 9 to 12, integration phase. The behavior is automatic. You're not thinking about it. It's become part of your neurology. By week 12, not doing it feels wrong. Your brain has rewired. Your brain isn't fixed. It's biological, which means it changes based on inputs. You don't need superhuman motivation. You don't need a white-knuckle willpower forever. You need the right behavioral system, a trigger that's already part of your routine, a behavior you're progressively overloading, and an environment designed to make it automatic. This is backed by decades of research. Skinner proved consequences shape behavior. Pavlov proved environmental triggers shape behavior. Bandura proved small wins build momentum. Dweck proved your brain can rewire. These aren't opinions. These are facts. Here's the truth. Behavioral change is brain change. You're not just changing a habit. You're literally rewiring your brain's neural architecture. In 90 days, using the techniques in this video, your brain will physically restructure itself around the new behavior. The behavior becomes automatic, effortless, part of who you are. That's what neuroplasticity actually delivers. Before you go, I have a question. Which one behavior are you going to rewire in the next 90 days? Comment below. Tell me the specific behavior. Tell me the trigger you're stacking it onto. And the next video you need is how to handle when you slip back to old patterns. Even with perfect structure, old wiring pulls at you. The next video teaches behavioral psychology's answer to that. Your brain is plastic. You're not stuck. You're just rewiring. See you in the next one.